Woo! Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Arsenal win the FA Cup. I mean, I've been so excited after watching the game now, and I do not want to take too much time on this. But I want to first talk about the Arsenal win and what does this mean for next season in terms of what we need. Now, I will be putting out subsequent videos now that we know the final of the FA Cup. I've been holding out. This is why I have not done any transfer videos, just because we have to be sure if we were in Europe or not. And now we know we're in Europe. But let's talk about the Arsenal win. Really good performance from the boys. First 15 minutes, let's be really honest, we were dog shit. The confidence just wasn't there. But when we got to that first water break, which, to be honest, I have to say, since the return of the of football from after lockdown, it has really helped Arsenal out. It has allowed Mikel Arteta to not only show that he is a good manager, to really use that time to galvanize the players, motivate the players, and get them playing again. And for Arsenal in this game, it was only then and onwards that Arsenal really looked like they started to change the game and they really believed in themselves. But as soon as this game kicked off, it was all Chelsea. I mean, the Pulisic goal, not surprised from it. I mean, we just wasn't playing that well. But from that break onwards, Arsenal were dominant. For me, I got to talk about Pepe. Pepe was an absolute nuisance for the Chelsea defense. He was not only working hard, but he was trying to create chances. Some of the skills that he was doing, so many players that he dummied the ball through their legs, trying to hold the ball up, the skills, I thought I was really impressed by Pepe today. And even though he didn't get a goal, he did get the assist for Aubameyang's second goal. And you know what? If it wasn't for Aubameyang obviously scoring the 2, I would have given my best player for the game, would have had to have gone to Pepe. But you got to put Aubameyang as the man of the match. But I just had to mention Pepe. I have been quite critical of Pepe throughout the whole of this season, saying that he needs to show up. And even on my preview on 101 Arsenal, that I'll put in a link in the description, that I've been doing after match games, giving my opinions, where it's a lot longer and for you guys to check out. I've talked about Pepe before, and I did say that he had to show up, and he showed up in this game. Now, a player who I was disappointed in, even though I didn't put him in my starting 11 for this game, was Lacazette. Today, he was literally like a threat. Even though he did work hard, he was non-existent in terms of being an attacking threat. He tried to run around. Yeah, he tried to work hard. But as the game got onwards, after 45, 50, 55 minutes, you can tell that Lacazette he's not the type of striker that we need. We need a workhorse type striker that's also capable of holding the ball up very well and maybe pitching to the occasional goal. And that is what we need up front. But I thought overall, Lacazette probably did okay, but just a real lack of threat. And the game, when he really changed later on, you could see a real difference between him and Eddie Nketiah. Eddie just really missing the experience. Another player that I have to talk about, David Luiz. Before this game, I said it time and time again. David Luiz, we need to not have those typical David Luiz moments, and he didn't. David Luiz was solid. The way how he man-marked Giroud out of that first half and second half, to be really honest, was brilliant. And he played so hard to the point where I think it was in the 80th minute whereby he got hamstring injury, and he was out for the game. Just hamstrings had gone. He'd worked his socks off. Just a really good, solid type of captain's performance from David Luiz. I really admired him, and I talked well about David Luiz when we first brought him in and during the season, and then the mistake against City, and then I went back. But I'm just gonna say with David Luiz, he's the type of player who's a bit of an enigma. Sometimes he plays well, and sometimes he doesn't, and that's kind of how you have to leave it like that. But a good performance from David Luiz. Hector Bellerin played in this game, and Hector Bellerin was the primary reason why we even scored the second goal. For the first time in a long time, Hector Bellerin took the ball from right back after a knockdown from Ceballos into the path of Bellerin. Bellerin drives forward, runs past one man, tries to run past a second man, but manages to get the pass off to Pepe, who then passes to Aubameyang, who eventually converts it. But that doesn't happen unless Hector Bellerin takes the initiative in that position to then drive the ball forward. Another person I need to talk about, Maitland-Niles. I know I'm talking about a lot of players, but this was a game that a lot of players showed up. It was a game that everyone showed up. I know, I'm sweating, but like I've been so excited. You know, this is a game I was nervous about, but Maitland-Niles, like I've criticized you so many times, and even though I still think you'd be better in central midfield, again, he put in a really good, solid performance. And I hope that he does stay, because there are rumours that the likes of Brighton are looking at him to bolster their ranks. But we need more athletic players in midfield. And this is why I said that Maitland-Niles will probably do a better job in midfield. But maybe it's one of those situations whereby maybe we need to bolster our ranks in defence first for Maitland-Niles to get that opportunity in midfield and really see what kind of happens from there. But a really good, solid performance from Maitland-Niles today. I thought he was very impressive. Again, was being one of the kind of key differences in this game. Really was. And then I'll probably talk about Martinez. Again, Martinez rounding off. For Martinez, 10 years in the making, he's been at the club. Never really got a chance under Arsene Wenger or Unai Emery, but comes it into this position. And you know, there was a time where, you know, at the end of the game when the BBC were interviewing him and he broke down and cried, and you know, you have to understand that, like, this is a player who gave everything for Arsenal. Even when he wasn't given chances, he got his chance and then performed well, and that's what you want. That's what you want from your players. And he's a player that I say, let's give him a new contract. I haven't done any research to find out how many years he has left on his contract. I'll be doing all of this in terms of what we need next, so do check out that video. But again, Martinez putting in a great, solid performance. But I just want to say, guys, now that we've started everything off really well, end the season off, in 5 weeks' time, will be Community Shield. We'll be up against Liverpool. We got to put in a good, solid performance there, and then let's go and win the Europa League. We've got lots of things that we got to do to rebuild this squad. Obviously, there's still the talks on Aubameyang. Nevertheless, even if we're not able to sell Aubameyang, he's still going to be here for another year, and then we'll kind of decide on there. But guys, so happy that we won the game. Leave your comments below on what you thought. And that's it. Season done. Let's start talking about transfers and seeing who all's going to join Arsenal. And I will see you all next time. Peace.